Welcome into the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. From Texarkana to El Paso, the Panhandle to San Angelo, the Permian Basin to East Texas, Waco, Wichita Falls to Lubbock, and many points in between. We celebrate the remarkable achievements of female high school athletes based on performances on and off the field and courts. From Class 6A to private schools, it's the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. A big congratulations to Bailey White of Klondike High School in Lamesa, Texas. She's our Class 1A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Well, congratulations, Bailey. What an unbelievable career you have had. What does it mean to win this prestigious honor?
Well, I was kind of surprised at first, and it's just really great to see that like I could do this again and win an award like this, and it just makes me feel pretty good.
Well, your coach, Katie Cruz, says so many great things about you. She nominated you and said that you are the absolute perfect definition of what a team leader is. Why is that so important to you?
Well, in the beginning of my freshman year, I kind of did struggle with being a team leader just because I was a freshman. And, as a setter, you're supposed to be the quarterback of a team and stuff like that. And so she's actually really helped me along the way, like just learn how to be a leader and, put myself out there and be confident in what I'm doing. So,
You have so many accolades to talk about. I mean, you're all-state. You've done so many things in your volleyball career. You're an all-star, extremely valuable member of that 2022 state semifinalist team. What are you most proud of in your career?
probably just like the relationships I made with my teammates and stuff. Like they really mean a lot to me, and it was like very fun playing with them and getting to know them as players and stuff like that. And just the bond you make with them, just it's gonna last forever. So
Well, you're tiny in stature, but you stand tall on the volleyball court. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Averaging 1,000 assists every single year. The question is, do you have pogo sticks in your sneakers? Because it's amazing how high you get.
I honestly don't know how high I get. It's usually whenever the adrenaline comes, and I don't know, just somehow it works. So
Well, you've been standing tall and you've been fearless against those 6-footers. I know you take a lot of pride in the aces and just the slamming ability that you have, that you can block those big girls at the net. Does it inspire you to compete with those girls?
yes, it kind of does. It gives me more confidence knowing that even though they're tall and stuff like that, I can still compete with them. And yeah.
Well, Coach Cruz, I know she talks so well of you. She says she's so blessed to be your coach. It really says that the program's success kind of hinders on how you play because you're that important. You're so calm, cool, collected, and a great leader that you've turned into. How much do you enjoy hearing that from her, and what does she mean to you?
I really like hearing that from her because we're both very laid back people, and we get along really well and stuff. And she's become just one of the best parts of high school for me. And yeah, just I couldn't have done this without her, and she's really pushed me to be my best.
What are the biggest things you've learned from her?
To be very like calm and trusting of what I'm doing, and like it's not gonna happen like in an instant. Like you still got to work at it, and you got to trust the process and everything. So
I know you get the best out of your teammates. How do you do that as a leader?
most of the time I'm very patient with them, and I always believe they can do better, and they know I know they can do better in everything they do. And so I kind of wanted to just push them and like put a little drive in them and make sure that they're always confident and like to not focus on their mistakes because there's always the next ball and next play to go to.
So well said. I think about Klondike, and during your tenure, you guys have pretty much been state ranked all the time. And that team that went to the state, It was incredible. It's the first time the school's been there in 54 years. What a special group of girls and what you accomplished. What do you think really made you stand out from everybody else?
Um, you know, we really like just not came from the bottom, but we really built our way up there like more than anything. And my freshman year, like my goal was to go to state, and I know that was the rest of the girls' goal too. And so we just kind of really built our way up to that because we knew it wasn't going to happen in an instant. So we had to be patient and stuff. And then finally everything clicked and it was like literally perfect. And we just had to realize how good we were because that's what also we did lack was confidence. And so we just had to build our confidence back up.
An amazing accomplishment. I think about your teammates. You got so many great ones. I know you love playing with the girls. One of your good friends is Bella Stevens. What a story she is. She has a debilitating disease called complex regional pain syndrome, where it can be very difficult to walk after injuries to her arms and legs. How instrumental has she been in your career, and what an inspiration she has been, huh?
Yeah, I really looked up to her like all my years of high school being with her because like she was in pain all the time. And so I know that like if she could do it, I could. And that if she could push through pain, you and all those like it's hard being in pain and playing. Like you have to be very mentally strong too. And so that kind of just gave me more drive to just do it for her. So
And what a dynamic duo you two are, right? She's a 6-footer. You're down here. You got everything covered.
yeah, pretty much. But we were friends even on and off the court and stuff. So it just made the bond on the court that much better.
Tell us about some of the other teammates that you have played with that really jump out at you that you've enjoyed going to battle with.
Um, Isabella Ayers Mendez. She was a real good leader, and I learned a lot from her. Like my freshman and sophomore year, and she kind of she was one of those people that could calm me down and stuff, and she did calm me down in many times where I needed it in games, and so I just learned a lot from her, and very thankful.
I think about
And
you,
then
All-State. You've been all academic. I mean, you pretty much do it all. You were the starting setter your freshman year, and then the co-captain of this year's team. How much have you enjoyed being the elder statesman and leading the team this year?
well, it kind of just makes me feel like all this hard work has paid off, and like there's actually a good result from it and stuff, and it just kind of secures my feelings in volleyball. So
Well, you're a rare girl from a 1A school that played in the All-Star game that featured kids from all over the state, from class 1A to 4A. You played in Arlington. That's where you are right now. You're always putting your skills on display for everybody in the colleges out there. But looking at that All-Star experience, what was that like for you? Because it's very unique to see a girl from a 1A school compete with all these girls from all the bigger schools.
yeah, I was actually very intimidated and nervous. Like at first, I was like, I really didn't want to go because I didn't want to embarrass myself or anything. Because I also hadn't practiced volleyball since the beginning of the year, and so I just had a lot of people supporting me and reminding me that like I got chosen for a reason, and so I need to I can do it and stuff. And so it took a lot for me to build my confidence up to just go. But it was really fun. I don't regret going or anything. And it was really fun to play with the best girls in the state. So
Not only did you have that great opportunity and you played great, you played out of position, right? In that whole festivity.
yeah. Well, I the other two setters that were there were much taller and stuff like that. And so I was like, you know, I think I would get to play more if I was back row. And I always did love back row and stuff. And so I thought this was the perfect opportunity. And I know my coach and dad were in shock and stuff, but I thought it was pretty fun.
Well, you're great at everything you do. I mean, I think about the other sports as well. You've bounced around playing golf, track and field, even surfing. Is there anything you can't do? And where is that drive coming from to be the best that you can be?
I'm just very competitive in everything, and I really like to be good at stuff whenever I try it, and if I'm not at first, then I'm gonna keep trying until I'm at least all right at it. And so, I don't know, just I I like to do things and learn things about how you do them and like the ways you do it. Like in golf, I like to learn all the movements and the muscle memory of it, and it was just really fun.
Well, one of your more interesting state championship ventures is the milk quality team. You were a national runner up at Indianapolis. How did you ever get into that? And what is a milk quality team? What is that all about?
Okay, so a milk quality team is like you taste the defects in milk and you you're given like 10 cheeses and you have to figure out what cheeses they are. And you have to uh, see if some there's like different parts of the competition. So there's a dairy, non-dairy too, and you have to taste them and see which one is dairy or non-dairy. It ranges from like butters, margarines to like coffee creamers, heavy cream, and stuff like that, whipped cream, and um, and then there's math involved, and it's just like stuff with the marketing of it and how much milk is made in a year, how many cows, the percentage, and stuff like that. And then you do questions, which is just like all these questions. Like I had to study 300 questions and memorize them and then take a test over them. And it was just like 20 out of the 300. So
Wow, who knew that you could win a state championship in that?
I know. Yeah.
Now, rumor has it you don't even like milk and cheese. Is that true?
I used to love milk and I was never really a big fan of cheese, but now, like, if the milk is, I will not drink it. And if the cheese is not a certain cheese, I will not eat it. So,
That's so funny.
yeah.
So I'm just picturing you going to friends' houses and they kind of question whether the milk's sour or bad. Do they bring in you as the expert to taste it to make sure it's okay?
Well, people in my family do that. Like, my little brother, he'll bring a jug, like the jug of milk, wherever I am and make me smell it and taste it. And he's like, "Is this good?" And I'll be like, "Yes, it's fine."
Oh man, that is so funny. Well, I think about your family. You come from a remarkable athletic family. Your great granddad was a fullback at Texas A&M before WW2, back when they wore those leather helmets. Your granddad was an all-star running back at a Lamesa, Texas there, and he went to SMU. Your dad played everything. Mom played tennis. You have an older brother who was a star football player at Wiley. You got twin siblings that are younger. They look like they're going to be athletes too to follow in your footsteps. The question is, are you the most accomplished athlete in your family?
Um, I don't think so. Uh, because my great granddad and granddad were both like just amazing in what they did and everything they tried. Like my granddad was also this really good golfer, and and then my great granddad, his dad was this amazing polo player, and so we all had our different sports that we just really excelled in and got a lot of awards in. So
What were family picnics like? I kind of imagine just constant competition.
they really weren't, honestly. Usually in family, we didn't really talk much about the sports. We just took time and stayed with each other and were very down to earth about it. So
Well, I think it was an absolute outrage that you didn't win homecoming queen, but you were right there. What was that experience like?
I was very happy for Rayleigh. She's one of my best friends and stuff, and I didn't really care who won or anything. I just wanted to be up there wearing a dress because I really like to dress up sometimes. Not very often, but it was fun, and it was fun memories to do that with them. So.
Well, I know you are a woman of fashion, and it's very fashionable to go to the Klondike high school football game. Six-man football is a special place to be. Tell me about that community and what it's like to live there and how it's kind of shaped you and your family.
It's a very small school, so it's pretty much just like this one big family and stuff. And we all really do support each other in everything we do. And we are very competitive with each other. Like the girls are very competitive against the boys and their success in their sport and stuff. But it's really made me down to earth because I used to live in Wiley, and then you come to this smaller school, and it's just like it's very it's very like closed in, and you feel like just at home all the time and stuff like that, and you're with your friends like all day in every class, and so the bonds you make with them are just crazy.
It's really hard to get looks and get attention from the colleges when you come from a Class 1A school, but you are getting that attention because you've been such a great athlete. What about the next step? Are you going to play volleyball, any sports in college, or are you looking to just go there for academics?
I'm not really sure yet. I have applied to tech and got accepted and everything, so if there's another opportunity that opens up, I will definitely look into it, but I'm just not sure where it ends for me yet. So,
Well, Bailey, so fun to celebrate all your achievements. Congratulations on being the Class 1A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month.
thank you.
Your Greater Texas Ford Dealers is so proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion of so many Texas high school female athletes who inspire us all. Here's this month's winners. And don't forget, you can see their interviews at Greater TX Ford for Greater Texas Ford Dealers. From Class 1A to 6A, plus private schools, we celebrate them all. Thanks so much for watching the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. See you next time.